Man, these videos are always hard to start out in this way. So what do I want to do in this one? Well, I want to try something different, and this definitely might be a longer video. It's been exactly a year today that I started astrophotography, and when I look back on the year, I can't believe what my journey's been like, number one, and how much I've learned since then, and how much I still need to learn. I think what might be fun in this one is kind of showing what I'm shooting with right now, where my dark sky side is, and of course doing a little bit of imaging. I want to image a couple objects that I either haven't been able to make color yet, number one, and there's this one that sticks out in my brain because I've wanted to capture it, and at the time that I was interested in capturing the object, I just didn't have the equipment. I needed a O3 filter and an HA filter, and back then I didn't know what it was. I just had a tripod and a DSLR, and I just kind of pointed it in its general direction, and I did find it, but like nothing turned out. You could barely see what it was, and I took a lot of sub exposures, but I didn't know you needed a special camera for something like that back then. Yeah, so I suppose this is my anniversary in astrophotography, and I kind of wanted to end season 1 on this channel with just kind of where I'm at right now in astrophotography and what I'm shooting with, because I want to look back and see where I was and just kind of be grateful for the experiences that I've had. So I think that's the best thing. And by the way, one of the first things I learned this year was Astro stuff is super heavy. So thank God for cases with wheels on it, because oh my goodness. And before we get into it, this little guy is Taco. He's been through it with me this entire year. He's a sweet boy. He's a big boy. He's actually about 20 pounds. He's a pixie bob, and basically whatever is mine is totally his, and especially when it comes to astro gear. Right, buddy? Here's what my kit's looking like in 2021. This case is a Seahorse SE920. This is something that I just had in the closet for a really long time, and it just so happens it fit my mount in there perfectly and keeps everything safe. Alright, and inside here I am shooting with a Skywatcher EQ6R Pro. Man, this was a great day when I got this thing. I'm going to tell you that. It was just at the beginning of the new year. I am super excited tonight. This is my first night out with my new EQ6R Pro Skywatcher mount. And I have such an appreciation for it because I spent the last 4 months with a Skywatcher Star Adventurer, and finding objects sometimes was so hard, but I'll never trade those times because I got to know the night sky. You know what I mean? I learned how to focus. I got a ZWO EAF, and the cool thing on this is it monitors the temperature, so it refocuses like during the night. But it's so easy just to get photos, and I got more time. I don't feel like I'm wasting time, trying to find an object and focusing and, second guessing my, my composition. I could see it right away, and I'm getting like 10-minute subs right now. I mean, the longest sub I could get on my Star Adventure is 5 minutes. And You know, my stars weren't perfectly round either at 5 minutes, even with guiding. But you know, the Star Adventure is still great. I'll still use it, but oh my goodness, you know, this thing, check it out, with this tiny 60 millimeter refractor, is just kicking some butt right now. I'm getting Thor's helmet, so that's my first object with my EQ6R. So, good lord, man, I'm so excited right now and so happy. I'm also still shooting with the ASI Air Pro, and it's just nicely tucked in here like this. And here are all my cables, and I am currently using EQ mod with the ASI Air Pro. I could have used the USB, but when I was researching it, people were having problems with the communication between the ASI Air Pro and the USB, so I just decided to just go with EQ mod right out of the gate. I'm so glad I did. And this is my little night vision camera. It's super old. It's just standard definition, but it takes really good video. This is just a cheap USB light panel I use to take my flats. And I always have this little tool here. And what that does is help me loosen these at the end of the night, because sometimes they get super tight because of the temperature change. And I can't take it off by hand, so I always have that in my kit. Alright, let me grab my imaging setup so I can show you guys what that's all about. And yeah, you can tell I'm making a video right now. It's hilarious. Right, I have pretty much everything in this backpack I'm going to show you here in just a second. So here is my bag. This is just a standard camera backpack, and that's to my Skywatcher mount. I just kind of clip it on the back of there. And everything kind of fits in here. So I got pretty much my refractor and then my filter. Well, let me just show you. Yeah, pretty much everything just kind of fits in there like that. This is a Zenithstar Z73 refractor, and I'm shooting with a ASI 183mm Pro mono camera. Here's my guide camera. It's a ASI 120mm Mini, and these are where all my filters are. Blower brush, just to get dust off lenses and stuff without touching them. And in this little bag here, I have my OAG and also my filter wheel. And I just kind of keep it all together so I can just assemble it in the field, no problem. But I always keep it in this little bag so I'm not scratching filters or anything like this. And it's pretty safe, so that's kind of what my pack looks like. Yep, pretty compact. That was the biggest thing for me, to make sure that I could fit all that stuff on my back and keep it safe, so I'm glad that kind of worked out. So I guess next, let's check out my dark sky sight. Alright, so here is my actual dark sky sight. And from here I have a 360 degree view of the night sky, pretty much unobstructed. And I can see as far as Scorpius into the south, but as I'm looking into the south, I get the light pollution from Seattle and into the west, definitely in Seattle. So shooting narrowband has actually been a gift around here for sure, because this spot is a Bortle 6. It's on the lower scale of Bortle 6, but depending on where you're going to shoot to the night sky. But I shoot mostly into the east anyways, and into the north, so it kind of works out. But yeah, this is where I've been spending most of my time night after night. And honestly, I don't actually park here. I park actually on the other side, but they won't let me in there because I guess they use this Bando parking lot for, well, parking during like kids' baseball games or whatnot. But let's hit in there so I can show you like kind of where I actually set up. Yeah, look at this lot. I'm not usually here during the day. There's not all these cars here, and there's like a crap load of cars here today. Holy crap. Wow. Alright, I usually set up right about here. Where all these cars are parked. Yeah, I set up right here, and I'll get my polar alignment. By the time I'm here, there's no cars here, so I've just never been here during the day. It's crazy. Oh yeah, funny story. So this area here, I'll be shooting over there, right? And then there never fails, there'll be some four-wheel drive vehicle that comes in and just four-bys this entire spot. And they'll do it a couple times, and it's a different vehicle every single time, but it's always in the middle of the night, so I kind of get a show. And they'll always stop by there and see what I'm doing, and I'll kind of show them what I've been taking pictures of. And I don't know, it's pretty cool because they're all stoked about it. Pretty cool spot, right? And believe me, I do not take that spot for granted one bit. I've seen where some astrophotographers shoot from, and having a 360-degree view of the night sky, believe me, has been amazing this past year. Alright, so the next 7 days, according to the app Clear Outside, I have about 7 days of clear skies, which means around here I really only have 3. Or at least I'm hoping for at least 3. I'm going to try and shoot 2 targets this week, and I'm just going to try and get as much exposure time as possible. So the next thing we got to do is just wait for it to get dark and start imaging. Alright, here's how I do it night after night. Got my hand truck, and I got everything I need to image. And I just take the elevator down. I know I got it easy compared to other people. Remember what it looked like earlier? Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna just pull right into my spot and set up the telescope. So this is kind of my ritual. I'll come here during sunset, and so I can set up in a little bit of light, and by the time I'm set up, I be able to see Polaris, which is should be right about there, and I image for the rest of the night. I think it's going to be a good night tonight. It's a little bit windy, but I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. Since I'm starting my anniversary in astrophotography during the weekend, I'm actually starting it with about a 99% full moon. But I don't think I'll be running into issues. I'll be definitely shooting in narrow band, and I don't know. I'm gonna definitely get set up. But I mean, check this out, man. There's hardly anyone in this parking lot anymore. So this is what I'm used to. When I got here earlier, I was just like, man, people do use this parking lot. All right, let's go set up stuff. Just getting data back on my first couple subframes, and I'm super excited. I think this is going to be a really great start to the week. And if you're wondering, I'm still using the ASI Air Pro after 1 year. It's really helped me understand astronomical software, and since it was an all-in-one solution for me, you know, I just love the simplicity of it. So it's been really great. I think at some point I'm going to try, you know, the traditional laptop and try something like Nina, but maybe that's a goal I'm going to have in 2022. Right guys, this is actually night 4. I wasn't supposed to have tonight because it was supposed to be super cloudy. I checked clear outside last minute and I have clear skies tonight, so I'm definitely taking advantage of that. I looked at my data that I got over the weekend and I did a preliminary stack and it's looking really good. Although I'm going to need a lot more O3 than what I have, so that's what I'm focusing on tonight. So fingers crossed, hopefully the clouds don't roll in and I can get a few hours in O3 tonight so I can finish my project. Alright, just kind of wanted to show y'all what I'm dealing with right now. See the moon overhead? So I got the moon tonight, and check this out. Ooh, dude! Look at that big light in the background. So I got the moon and I got this big light all the time in this parking lot that I'm shooting in, and it's like I said, man, thank God for narrowband. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally out of focus right now. Oh, there I am. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm seeing things, but it looks super milky up there tonight. I'm not really sure if that's the right word to describe things, but it looks kind of greenish up there, maybe a teal. And I'm not sure if those are high clouds. It's just looking pretty liquidy. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't know. Hey, what's up? Tonight is night 5, and according to Clear Outside, it's saying that clouds are supposed to roll in for the weekend. I could really use 2 extra days, but I don't think I'm going to get them. I don't know. This week has surprised me so far, so I could get a couple days. Let's hope so. But tonight is all about trying to get as much data as possible. I'm going to try and shoot till 3 a.m. tonight. And yeah, that's really about it. So fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get the next couple days, so we'll see. You know, through this entire year and experience in astrophotography, the one thing that I learned the most was patience. You know, you can't really speed up taking a photo of deep space. You really have to take your time. And I think this whole year has been really good for me because it's taught me just to appreciate the now and just be in the present. And just take your time and relax, and things will happen for you if you just keep going. So I think that was the biggest lesson I've learned this year through astrophotography, and I'm super grateful for it.